Media podcast where we talk about all things media, especially Marvel. I'm Blake, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Alex and Josh.
And welcome to episode 13 of Gold or Fold, where we are going to give off our top 10 actors and actresses. 5 actors, 5 actresses. And this is probably going to be really wild because from what I've heard, some of this stuff is really random. So we'll see how this goes. Who wants to go first?
I can start us off. This one from number 5 for top 5 actresses holds really a special place in my heart. And I almost put them higher. And it's not for why you think. It's more when I see them on the screen, I kind of root for the character to die a little bit. Like a little bit sometimes. But sometimes I don't. But sometimes I do. And I can't explain why. Sometimes this character, I see them, or when they play a character, and they annoy me. Then other times I'm like, they're a likable person. And that's Anne Hathaway.
What?
You know,
what the fuck
which
just
her as
happened?
Catwoman, I liked it, and I also didn't like it. And her in many other movies, I like it, but I also don't like it. And in some way, I gotta respect that she constantly just has this ongoing tension of whether I like her or not. And that's why she's earned a solid number 5 spot on my list.
That's
you.
respectable.
That's a real love-hate relationship there you got, buddy.
It is.
That is.
Who knows if it's love or hate?
Okay. All right.
Nobody. I guess I can go next. Oh, my 5th actress on this list. She's been in a lot of movies, make a lot of money, as she's in a lot of franchises. But I don't know, for some reason I just really respect her. Zoe Saldana. She plays, Gamora in the MCU. She plays, I don't know the name, but the main chick in Avatar. Haven't seen Avatar in about 10 years, so I don't remember. Pretty sure she had, I think she was in another big franchise, where there's Lord of the Rings.
No,
or
she wasn't in Lord of the Rings.
something. She was in something else, Star Wars. I don't fucking remember. But she's been in something. The Losers is another movie from like the early 2000s with Chris Evans. She was in that one. She had that Colombiana movie, which she was a badass in. I don't know. I just like her, obviously. She's in the MCU, and I like Gamora. So, she's my 5 spot, and she's been in a fuck ton of movies that make a fuck ton of money.
That's a solid choice. I respect that one.
Solid choice. All right. So for my number 5, I have Scarlett Johansson. She's Black Widow in the MCU. She was in The Prestige with Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. And she was in that one movie, Lucy, where she gets smarter somehow. I can't remember a lot of it. I just remember there being some weird ass transitions. Yeah, all of a sudden
Morgan Freeman
cuts
has
to black, and you're like,
it was with the
30% of your brain
you only lose
like,
some bit of your brain, and I see that clip on fucking YouTube for years after that, nonstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's my number 5.
Respect that one.
Respect.
Okay, solid mention of the.
So now
Prestige.
we're going.
Great movie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, The Prestige is a really good movie. And I think it was
Facts. That was a good.
Christopher
pull.
Nolan's second or third movie too. So, all right. So my number 5. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Reynolds. Yes, he plays the same character, but I don't hate him. I like to see him on screen. So, a few mentions: Deadpool, Free Guy, and The Change Up. If you know, you know.
Okay. I mean, Ryan Reynolds at 5 is not something to be ashamed of.
Interesting.
If he's number 1, yes. Number 5, no.
No, it's not.
Understandable.
Right. If he's top
Number
3,
1?
yes. Top 5,
Exactly.
respectable.
Okay.
Switch over to my number 5 actor. Honestly, the only reason he's 5 and not higher is just because he's still pretty young in the game, so he hasn't had as many leading roles. He has a lot of really good role like side roles. And that's Lakeith Stanfield. He was in Uncut Gems. He was in The Harder They Fall. Sorry to Bother You. That was one that he got to lead. But yeah, he just kind of has a lot of side roles, and every time I love him. And so definitely when he gets more leading roles, he'll definitely climb my ranking.
Okay.
Solid choice.
All right. Well, my
Damn,
number
that
5
was a good choice.
is this man is probably like the number one in terms of when I see a movie that I don't know shit about, but I see that name attached to that poster, it increases the odds of me seeing that movie by 20% alone. And that is Tom Cruise. All right. Mission Impossible, guilty
Bro.
pleasure right there. All right. His what was it? The Reacher movies, those ones.
Jack
Yep.
Reacher, sure.
Jack
Yeah.
Reacher. Bro.
Seen those. I mean, Blake, when we were in Missouri for hanging out, we watched that one movie where he was a pilot, like smuggling money, and yeah,
American
no idea
Dream.
what that movie was, and we literally just saw it said Tom Cruise, and we rented it and watched it. So, yeah, Tom Cruise.
You know what's crazy though? You haven't seen Top Gun
Yeah, I haven't
Maverick,
seen
his
it because
best
I couldn't
movie.
get to see it in theaters, so it's like fuck it.
Same.
It's still
Not
in
in the big
theaters.
screen.
No, it's not.
Not the big screen.
Go see it. I just saw it in the big screen.
No,
like
we talking
Yeah,
about
but you're in
like
Missouri. so it doesn't
IMAX
count.
type.
yeah, that's what it is. I saw it in that.
I hate you and everything you stand for.
Good thing I'm sitting. All right, Alex.
What? Oh,
No.
are we gonna go?
It's
Oh
me.
no, snake
Back
draft.
to
My
me.
bad. My
Back to
bad.
me.
Josh
All right.
again.
Number 4, actress. I mean, this was kind of a basic ass pick. You know, I gotta include her in this just because of the impact of just the MCU alone, as well as Prestige was a reason why I said it was such a good choice for Alex to bring that up, was because that was part of the reason why I put her on this list, and that's, you know, Scarlett Johansson. Bit of a basic pick, but she's got to be on there. I mean, it's a known name for a reason. She got to be in the top 5. Got to be.
Facts.
I'm just gonna throw it out. She's also my number 4, so I'll just throw mine in right now too. 'Cause
Oh,
in fact, we have her at the same spot. But yeah, like you said, just for her Black Widow,
She also
for
in the Marriage
holding
Story
that
too, the Adam Driver
title down for
that
so
one.
long. Don John with Josh's favorite, who's probably his number 1, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, or whatever the fuck the order
him.
of his 3 names
Hope he
are.
dies.
He was
Hope he
in that.
loses
She was
one
in that
ball
movie
sack.
with him, Lucy. But yeah, I put her at my number 4, so I just figured I'd add that in because we have her at the same spot.
Nice placement.
solid. So my number 4 is Emilia Clark. She plays Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. She's solid in that, and
Alex is also attracted to
she's
her.
the only thing that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but just wait till you get up higher in my list. Just
Oh,
wait
that's
till
your
you get
whole
higher.
list.
in
I
my
already
list.
know. So you just started with number 5,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson. I was like, this is what this kind of list is going to be. Who am I attracted to? Haley Seinfeld's going to be up there.
Interesting.
She's going to be like number 2 because he knows that you can't put her at number 1.
Hey, bro, she's top 2 and she's not 2. I can tell you that much for
All right, moving on. So, number 4.
Wait, I just want to throw this out about Amelia Clark real
Whoa.
quick.
Go ahead.
Whoa,
Go ahead.
whoa!
What's up?
Isn't she joining?
She
the
is.
MCU?
She's. I think. Well, there's no role yet.
in Secret Invasion.
She's going to be in Secret Invasion.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. She's going to be
Didn't know that.
co-starring with
Just
Sam
to throw it out
Jackson.
there.
So.
Didn't know that. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
Yep. Something to look forward to.
Fake fan. Guy doesn't know stuff
Yeah.
about MCU. Can you imagine?
Facts.
L.
Brother and sister. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say. What?
Y'all knew Sue Richard
Johnny Storm?
has a
Wait,
little
is his
brother.
name Johnny Storm?
Sue Storm. Whoa, shit.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's wild.
Anyway, so my number 4 actor, Tom Cruise. He's on there. I mean, not only for Mission Impossible, but also for movies that you guys didn't say is Edge of Tomorrow and Tropic Thunder.
Edge of Tomorrow.
His
I had to save Edge of Tomorrow.
Role in Tropic Thunder.
You'll find out why.
Yeah, his role in Tropic Thunder as Les Grossman.
Okay.
That's like the one role where he doesn't play the same kind of role. So, yeah, I have him as my number 4 actor.
So, Emily Blunt in your top 3 there, Josh? Or...
What's up? Alex is taking all my talking points. That's all I gotta say.
All right, I'll go with my number 4. My number 4. This was a tough one. I had to flip a couple people out, but at the end of it, he made it. It's Carl Urban at number 4. Obviously, Butcher and the Boys. He played what's his face in Thor Ragnarok. But the main reason this man made it is because I don't like animated movies, and I watched Netflix's newer animated movie Sea Beasts because he voices one of the main characters. So just having his voice in a movie alone made me watch an animated movie.
Okay.
So I was like, he has to be in my list because that's props if you get me to watch an animated movie just because it's you. So he had to make the list. So number 4, Carl Urban.
All right.
Solid.
Okay. So for me, my number 4. This was a tough one for number 4 for some reason for my guys, and I had to put Ryan Gosling as my number 4. He was originally higher, but he dropped down after some more consideration. Blade Runner is one of my favorite films of all time, and he kills it in that, as well as I don't think I've seen a film with him in it that was bad. Genuinely thinking. Even like The Notebook. He's good in it. He's just always solid. He was also in Remember the Titans, which is kind of wild to think that he was also in that great movie too. So yeah, this man always brings his A game. And Barbie, I'm seeing it because of him. He's in it. I'll see it.
Yeah, that's a solid choice. I recently saw another movie he was in, The Gray Man.
Oh yeah,
pretty solid. He's in there with Chris Evans. Yeah, it's on Netflix. So I think the Russo brothers directed that one.
They did, yeah.
Pretty solid movie as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So
interesting.
Who's your number 3, Josh?
For actresses, okay. This one is solely just because of one movie. This person, for all my life, has actually been high up, and this was like the first name I thought of when it came to thinking top 5 actresses. But because of a one singular film that hurt me to my core, especially her lines and just the overall everything about this goddamn film, the shit that she said about this film, Natalie Portman is number 3. She was number 1, and she's dropped down to 3 because of Thor. And that's all I gotta say about that one. Simple as that.
Interesting.
Solid.
What, you didn't like her in Thor or something?
No. I did not.
All right, we'll just move on to my number 3. Like this is a similar one. It's kind of just, well, the reason she's on here is because of one role that she played for so long, and I just really like her in that role, and it's Emma Watson, obviously Hermione from Harry Potter. Obviously she's done other stuff since. She did the live action Beauty and the Beast, Perks of Being a Wildflower with Ezra Miller before.
I mean, they probably were always like that. So
went a little off the rails. So, yeah, I've just always liked Emma Watson. I think every time she's a great actress, and obviously Hermione was the big role for me that I think about when I think about her, since she did that for so long, and she killed it for so long, from starting at such a young age and then finishing that role being closer to the age we probably are now. I would guess. I don't know exactly how old she was when she ended that role, but just gotta give her props for that. So she's my number 3.
Okay. Respectable. All right, Alex, who's the third one that you think is super fucking hot to make it in top 3?
Well, unlike you guys, I think about the boys too. So for my number 3, I have Ana de Armas. She is in there for Blade Runner 2049, Knives Out, and her role in No Time to Die. She is my number 3.
That's
Wild.
great.
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Yes, sir.
Wonder why.
Oh, and she's playing Marilyn Monroe too in that one Blonde movie that's like
NR-17.
NC-17. Yeah.
You sit in the first row.
We're not even going to talk about that.
Yeah. So
Not
she's
talk
my number
about
3. So let's just move on. Swiftly moving on. We're not gonna. My number 3 for actors. Oh, I am gonna go with Sam Jackson as my number 3. Samuel L. Jackson for his role as Nick Fury in Avengers, his role in Kingsman: The Secret Service as the bad guy, and Star Wars as well. So just to name a few. Obviously, he's in a bunch of other movies like Pulp Fiction, Jurassic Park. So, but yeah, guy's a legend, and he's one of those actors.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah. See, he's like one of those actors where like if his name is on like the movie, I might just go see it just because his name is on there. And he's in a bunch of Quentin Tarantino movies too. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
he is my number 3.
Okay.
Alex likes feet.
What?
Interesting to learn. Huh? Quentin Tarantino? Moved on. So for my number 3 for actors, also, you know, had a huge part in Top Gun Maverick, but it's not that fucking bum Tom Cruise. It's Miles Teller. I love Miles Teller. I think he's a great actor. Rooster, Top Gun. You guys are betas, haven't seen it. Whiplash, another one of his movies that he starred in that was phenomenal. He was also in That Awkward Moment, which is like a weird rom-com that was pretty funny. Obviously, he's been in a shit ton of other stuff, War Dogs, other stuff like that. But
Fan Four Stick.
yeah, I just think Miles Teller's obviously, we all remember that one. That was a good one. He's just been in a lot of roles, and I feel like he kills it a lot of the time. And so, he's my number 3.
All right. My number 3 for the boys is Adam Driver, because I love his voice, and also he made the big nose sexy again. And as a fellow big nose man, I am internally grateful for this man, as well as Kylo Ren. Fucking awesome. All his voice lines. I wish I could do his voice. If I was able to do his voice, I would quote his lines more than I do Thanos. I love his screaming, as well as just he's a solid actor and gives his heart out for like every movie that he's in. I almost saw I would have saw The Last Duel just because of him, and not even who was the other guy that was in
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about Matt Damon being in it. I gave a fuck that Adam Driver's in it, and I didn't see it just because the reviews were like overwhelmingly bad. But yeah, I love him. His voice, amazing. His nose, even sexier. Number 3.
Solid reasoning.
Yeah. Great. Is it me again now for actresses?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 2, zero chance you guys knew that this person would be on my list. 100%. Zero chance. All right. Sandra Bullock is my number 2 because I grew up seeing her in so many movies, watching it with my family, and she's another actress where if I saw her, I remember like being younger. If I saw her in the movie, I paid attention more. Because I was like, okay, it's good chance this is actually a solid ass movie. I only remember one movie of hers that was like, this movie's ass. And it was the movie where her husband just kept fucking dying. And then she kept like reliving that same day because her husband got ran over by a truck. And it was just such a shitty movie. Pretty sure that was her in it. Almost positive. But yeah, that's the only bad movie I can think top of my head that is so fucking bad. I don't even remember the name of it. I recently rewatched it like a couple months ago. Don't even remember the title. That's how bad it is. But other than that, great. I recently saw her movie with Channing Tatum, and I loved it. And I thought she was great in it. And I saw it just because she's in it.
Oh,
The Lost City.
Yeah, The Lost City.
what is that movie?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I just see it like advertised on my TV.
It was a nice movie to just like chill, watch with the family. Kind of like turn your brain off a bit and just enjoy it. Yeah. So, she's my number 2.
Interesting. That's a solid pick. I mean, because yeah, growing up, like you said, she was just one like
The
if you're
Blind
watching
Side
a
was a
family
classic, obviously.
movie, more than likely she was in it. Yeah.
Speed.
All right. I'll go with my number 2. To be honest, I'm not real sure how she pronounces her first name. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's Natalie Emmanuel. It could be Natalia Emmanuel. But she played Ramsey in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
And she also played in a Netflix, I think it might be a Netflix only. Yeah, it has to be Army of Thieves, which I guess was a prequel to that Army of the Dead, that Zack Snyder movie, which I had no idea what this Army of Thieves was, which was about like lock picking and stuff. And she was like the main actress in that movie, and I thought she was phenomenal. So she's one of those people that, I mean, she's still pretty young, so she has a bunch of movies I'm sure that'll happen. I think she actually has another Netflix movie coming out like today or something, that I'll probably end up watching because she's in it, because I just think she's a talented actress. And MCU, if we're bringing Storm to the MCU, please get in contact with her. Please, just do it. She'd kill that role. But yeah, she's my number 2.
All right.
So my number 2, I'm gonna stick with the same theme here. It's for the boys. I'm going with Elizabeth Olsen. She's my number 2.
That's gotta be Blake's number 1. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
She's my number 2.
Whoa, what?
Scarlet Witch. She was in Godzilla. She's in that one movie with Jerry Renner, Wind River. So yeah.
I remember that.
Wind
That's
River.
what I just said. Wind River. That's what I just said.
Continue, Alex.
But yeah.
Ignore him.
Elizabeth Olsen is number 2.
Yeah, no, did you?
Yeah. She is my number 2.
For sure, because of those movies.
Yes, obviously. Anyways, so let's go into are we doing the number 1 actor now? No,
Yes,
2.
sir. Number 2 for guys.
Yeah, number 2 actor.
Well, yeah, you're.
Yeah. Number 2 actor. My number 2 actor is going to be Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill for his roles in This Is the End,
solid-ass
Super
choice.
Bad, 21 Jump Street.
So
Like,
many movies, bro.
He's
Megamind?
in a bunch of good movies. Megamind, Wolf of Wall Street,
Moneyball?
Yeah. Jonah Hill is just one of those actors where it's like, dude, I don't mind watching you act. And he's fucking hilarious too. So he is my number 2. And he could honestly be my number 1 to like.
Yeah, he was ride or die for the
It's
Chubby
just
Boys
depends.
too, bro.
He was. And now he's getting healthier. He's
Thanks.
engaged. Good for him. He's losing a little bit of that weight, and people are still bringing it up. Just leave him alone. Guy's losing a little bit of the weight. All right, we don't need to talk about his older self, how it was. Just show respect. Man's happy. Sound directing. Good movies. Jonah
That's a
Hill is
great. He
real
should have been on my
That's a
list.
great
I
pick.
just straight up brain forgot. Nice job,
Yeah.
Alex.
He should have been. Should have been on mine. That was solid.
Thanks.
Round of applause.
You're welcome.
We'll edit it. Number 2 for me, for guys. Absolutely love him. Daniel Kaluuya. He was in Black Panther. He was in Queen and Slim, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. He was in Get Out. He was in Nope. Arguably the best thing of Nope was him, and his delivery of the title in one scene was beautiful. But yeah, I love him. He's definitely one of those guys. Anytime I see him in a movie, and again, he's kind of a younger guy that he has plenty of time left on his career, and I'll be closely following his career. And I mean, like I said, I saw Nope mainly because it was him. Part of it was Jordan Peele, but it was mainly because I saw he was starring in it, and I just love him.
Okay. I'm surprised that's the number 2. But all right. I definitely thought that'd
What
be
do you
your
mean?
number
I'm curious
one.
what your number one is.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who your number one is.
You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
never mind.
you should know who my
I
number
know
one
who it is.
as soon as I say it, you'll
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
yeah,
I know who it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so my number 2 would be my number 1, and this is one that has recently grown over me the last like 2 years since I've like been just having like a list of movies, and then like we'll go out and watch these movies or rent them or whatnot, and that is Hugh Jackman. And the only reason why he's not number 1 is number 1 has a special place in my heart, but number 2, the reason why he is dude, I hate musicals. And the first musical that I've actually enjoyed was The Greatest Showman. Banger. Then, of course, Logan. Banger, bro. And then Real Steel. Banger, bro. And then The Prestige. Banger. And then The Prisoner. Banger. The most depressing movie I've ever watched in my life, The Fountain. Banger. So he just goes out on a limb and will like do these projects that you don't expect a guy of his physique to do, and then yet his acting will be pristine for it, man. So I don't know. I love the fact that he just kind of does some odd projects sometimes, and I will watch those odd movies because he's in it, and I will enjoy it because he puts his heart into it so much, and you can truly see it. Like The Fountain is a weird ass movie, and the story is whack at times, but because of his performance, it makes it such a depressing film because of it, and I enjoyed it. If it wasn't for him in it, I would say that it was one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen. Literally. So that is why he has earned number 2 for me, and that's been something that's really grown just kind of over the last 2 years mainly, because really other than that, it was like Real Steel is the only thing I had close to my heart when it came to Hugh Jackman, because I wasn't even that big of a Wolverine guy either. Yep.
What a movie. So good.
All right. Is it me now again for I feel like it's not me. It's got to be one of you boys for actresses. Who's your number 1?
I mean,
Oh, my number 1 actress?
Yeah,
I mean, I can just do it because mine's obvious. I mean, Alex's too, but obviously, it's Elizabeth Olsen. Love her as Wanda. She's phenomenal. And I recently watched Wind River, and that movie was so good. I mean, she doesn't have as big of a role in it, but when she is on screen, she does really good. And yeah, once again, when I see Elizabeth Olsen's in a movie, I'm gonna watch it.
To say mommy
because
too, so.
I just love her. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily.
So
but,
would I.
Off the record, yeah, of course. But I'll edit that out, so it's fine. But yeah, Mommy Wanda, she's up there, number 1.
All right, Alex.
all right.
Come on, Alex. We know. Admit it. Who could it possibly
Who could
be
this be?
when it came to actresses? This motherfucker, his first thought was number 1 immediately.
Haley
Say.
Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld. I'm a double down again. Haley Steinfeld, dude. Role in Hawkeye, Bumblebee, her voice work in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Mhm.
Seal her spot up there, among other reasons, but she's still up there.
I'm just surprised she's not your
she's not
phone
getting off.
wallpaper.
She's not.
That's wild. Should be.
No, she's not.
ID Discover said so.
There is no evidence of that, so
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
Hey, yo,
that.
clear,
Number
clear,
one.
Josh,
clear.
what's your number
Number
1?
1 is why I avoided mentioning Edge of Tomorrow early on. Then this dickhead named Alex said, yeah, Tom Cruise, out of all the fucking movies he's done, let's mention Edge of Tomorrow. Fucking dickhead.
Dude, it's a good movie.
Shut the fuck up. It's called Talking Points. Emily Blunt. Edge of Tomorrow. Sole reason. Only reason why I need her to be number 1. Because I just remember seeing her. I was like, if you were more of a badass in a movie where Tom Cruise is in it, hey, you're goated. And she was such a fucking badass in that movie. As well as The Quiet Places were really good. And I enjoyed The Quiet Place, the second one, when she was kind of transitioned to being the main character in that one. And she's great. And she's just overall a badass female. Easy number 1.
Agreed.
I can go with my number one actor. I mean, if you know me, you know it's going to be Leo. I love him. He's goated. Obviously, Shutter Island, Wolf of Wall Street, Inception, Django, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Revenant. You know, you can just list. He's just goated. Departed. I love him. If I see he's in a movie, I'll watch it. Very few exceptions for that, like Don't Look Up. Didn't watch it, not gonna watch it. But I just love him. I think he always, you know, when he's on screen, he's usually acting his ass off, and I appreciate that. And yeah, he's an easy number one for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good choice. Do you want to go from next, Josh, or should I?
I mean, I think you guys should know who my number one is. I think it's an easy choice. It's a man that there's probably 2% of me gay for, and that is Owen Wilson. Lightning McQueen, Loki, Marley and Me. Is that almost the saddest movie if it wasn't for The Fountain? He was also Night in the Museum. He also was in Zoolander 1 and 2, which was fucking hilarious and underrated movies, especially the second one. Banger, bro. Also, The Internship. He's just a beautiful, beautiful man.
That was good.
And I love him.
Solid.
Something
Okay,
solid.
So then I'm gonna end it off with my number one.
I actually don't know who Alex is about to say.
My number one is Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is my number one. John Wick, The Matrix, Point Break. He was in Speed, 47 Ronin, Constantine. I mean, guy is just likable, and like when you see him on screen, it's like, yeah, like
True.
he's gonna be that good guy that they're gonna root for. And I almost always go to a Keanu Reeves movie, so he's my number one. Again, it was between him and Jonah Hill. Completely different reasons, but you know, it can be a flip-flop for me. But in this case, I feel like I'm going to go with Keanu Reeves as my number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's valid.
Yes, sir.
He was what I was bouncing around putting in my list too, so I respect that.
Hey, and he's going to be the new Batman in DC League of Super... Or no. Yeah, he is the new Batman in DC League of Super Pets. So, hey, it's another Batman right there. Keanu Reeves.
He's going to be the best Batman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he was also in like Toy Story 4. Dude, he's in a bunch of different like franchises, movies, like Bill and Ted.
He just is a good guy in real life, it seems.
Oh yeah,
like.
he is. He's like so down to earth too. So it's like
Right.
Yeah.
Even more likable reason to go see his movies.
Yeah.
But
So that's
it's pretty valid.
That's our top 10.
Interesting. Some interesting names on here.
Yes. I feel like
And one's left on.
yes.
Yeah, Jonah Hill being one
Yeah.
is for sure a miss by me.
I already have a list of 3 guys that could have made their
Denzel was
spot that I
one.
just thought of while recording, and I have another female.
And so was one. I was surprised that wasn't on there for
So-
anyone. And fuck, I can't remember his name. Is it Jamie Lee Foxx?
I
Is that
almost
his
had
name?
Brad Pitt in there too. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, yeah.
Brad Pitt was one that was
like it.
right on the edge.
I was surprised Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie didn't make a list.
Yeah,
That's kinda
she
interesting
was
to me.
almost in my list. But then I had to think about the boys too, so, you know. For us. It's another win. Yes, sir. If you know, you know.
All right, well, I think that's gonna wrap up this video.
The rap.
Be sure to like it, comment down below, your thoughts on our list. If there's any other surprise people left off them,
There isn't.
be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow along. Yeah, you're right. This is a solid list. This is not opinion. This is all factual. No disagreements. Be sure to follow along on social media: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us along on Apple Podcasts. We drop the podcast version at the same time. These go live on YouTube. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.